Ambassador, just hold your thought. We need to cross over to the ICC and we'll come back to you. All right, at the ICC, we have the Executive Director, Next Action, Eniola Cole. He'll be speaking with us now. Good afternoon, madam.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, can you give us a rundown of what you have observed so far?
Okay, so Next Action, our organization, deployed nationwide elections observers to different polling units to observe polling procedures, availability of materials, the process, any electoral malpractices that were found. And so far, we have received feedback from the different states on their observation reports. Now, one of the things that is really interesting to us is the turnout of voters. People came out en masse, people were mobilized en masse to come out to vote their choice. The procedures went well. On a general outlook, the poll officials knew what they were doing to a large extent up till the sorting and counting of ballots as well as the recording of votes. The bone of contention now has been the INEC election results viewing portal that everyone is talking about and what place it actually takes in securing the transparency and the validity of this election. Now, what we all prepared for ahead of time was ensuring that it was available from the polling units. But what we have seen is there's a lot more that this dynamic of this new innovation is bringing that we did not prepare for. And one of those key dynamics is training the office of the citizen, so to speak. Because as elections observers, as the electoral umpire, as political party agents, security agencies, the media, everyone receives some level of training to handle election results as they come in, but we forgot to train the citizen. There's a lot of speculation out there. There's a lot of unfounded reports. There's a lot of fake news as well that needs to be curbed in order to sustain the sovereignty of the nation state of Nigeria. Right now, the portal has been open. I think it doesn't require login details anymore. Anyone who wants to see the portal can see it. We're right here in the Collation Center. There has been some drama, and some of the requests being made may not be well grounded on the electoral law. The electoral law had insisted that results be uploaded to the IREV, and I believe that's one of the reasons for the delay in the announcement of each state's result, because they probably want to ensure that it's already uploaded on the IREV before they go ahead with the declaration of the results. And as we noticed that, of course, first of all with Ekiti yesterday, before it was declared here in the ICC, in the National Collation Center, it was already uploaded on the IREV. So now that the IREV is open access without requiring login details anymore, everyone could go on to take a look and see what exactly it looks like, because there are some reports going out on social media that obviously this did not come from the IREV, but people are trying to make it out to look like it did. And there's a lot of political attempts to sabotage the electoral process, which is unfounded on the electoral law. INEC may have promised to deliver on the IREV being a part of the process, but I don't believe there was any promise that it must be shown hand in hand with what is declared here in the Collation Center as the official result. Every party had their party agents on field, from the polling units to the ward collation level, to the LGA level, to the state level. Let's not make unfounded demands that will only delay the process further. National security is at stake right now because of a lot of voters that are agitated. We don't want to heat up the polity any more than it already is. So we would implore every stakeholder to embrace the spirit of sportsmanship. With the availability of the IREV, for the first time ever, every citizen across the country can look at the election result of any state, any polling unit, and that is a huge plus. Let's not heat up the polity. There's the availability and the option of taking legal action where you are dissatisfied with the process. There's a space of 90 days for submission of claims and the hearing of election petition tribunals. So let's go through the appropriate quarters and not throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak.
To let you go, Eniola Cole, thank you so much for speaking with us on this. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, now we'll come back to the studio where we still have Ambassador Chibuzo Kereke, an election observer, speaking to us. Now, before I go ahead and ask, some of these questions, you heard what Eniola Cole has actually said concerning the whole process, especially the collation. And she seems to be, one of the patient ones that we've actually spoken with today.
Yeah, no, I think that she's right. In a way, and I told you here that the parties, they are speaking without any paper and using phone to calculate. It doesn't make sense. You are supposed to come to that venue with results that your agent had given to you.
There was something she said. She said that even though the law said that they should upload the result into the IREP, the law did not say that it should be showing side by side while the score is announcing the result, which is what the agents are now asking for.
No, what they are asking for is not necessary, and I don't think it's grounded in law. It is actually INEC that needs to verify what the state collation officers are presenting.
But you heard what the man before in your said. He said in the next couple of minutes we'll see what will happen.
Well, whatever they plan to happen,
we be having that at this
whatever
point?
they plan to do cannot even take us to anywhere, and it's not they have missed the opportunity. If I'm running a political party collation center, I will make sure, except they don't have agents. And if they don't have agents, or maybe they had agents but they were political interference at the polling unit that made it possible for them not to obtain the polling unit result, then that is the report they will use to prepare for tribunal.